Imagine earning $1,000 a month. In one country, that might barely cover your rent. In another, it could give you a very comfortable life. And what's considered middle class in one country could look rich or poor somewhere else. Today, we're comparing middle class life in six different countries: Nepal, United States, India, Philippines, Brazil, and Nigeria. We'll look at housing, cars, food, salaries, internet access, and daily life. And trust me, some of these differences are shocking. So let's travel around the world and see what everyday life actually looks like. Let's start with Nepal. For many middle class families in Nepal, life is simple, practical, and strongly centered around family. Housing is usually modest. Many families live in concrete homes or apartments, and it's common for several generations to live together under one roof. Unlike in Western countries, moving out at 18 is not very common. When it comes to transportation, motorcycles are everywhere. Owning a car is considered a major achievement because vehicles are expensive due to import taxes and difficult roads in some areas. Food is mostly home cooked. A typical middle class family might eat dal, bat almost every day, rice, lentils, vegetables, and sometimes meat. Eating out regularly is still considered somewhat expensive. Internet access has improved a lot in cities like Kathmandu, especially with mobile internet, but rural areas can still struggle with connection speeds, and daily life is often slower and more community oriented than in many richer countries. People may not earn huge salaries, but family and social connections are very strong. Now let's compare that to the United States. The American middle class lifestyle is often associated with suburban homes, cars, and convenience. Many middle class families live in houses or apartments with modern appliances, air conditioning, and high speed internet. But here's the interesting part: even people earning what sounds like a high salary can still feel financially stressed. Why? Because expenses are massive. Housing, healthcare, insurance, education, and transportation can take up a huge portion of income. Cars are almost essential in many parts of America. In some cities, not owning a car can make daily life very difficult. Food is also very different from countries like Nepal or India. Fast food, takeout, and restaurants are part of normal life for many families, and internet access is considered almost a necessity. But, despite all these comforts, many middle class Americans still live paycheck to paycheck. That surprises a lot of people around the world. Next is India. India has one of the fastest growing middle classes in the world. In big cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, or Delhi, middle class life can look modern and fast paced. Apartments are very common because urban space is limited and expensive. Transportation is a mix of everything: motorcycles, scooters, tuk-tuks, trains, and small cars. Traffic in major Indian cities is famous for being extremely crowded. Food is a huge part of everyday life. Many middle class families still cook at home daily, but street food and affordable restaurants are also very popular. One major thing that changed life in India is cheap mobile internet. Today, millions of people have access to smartphones, online education, digital banking, and entertainment at very low costs. And because of the growth of the tech industry, many middle class workers in IT and business sectors can now enjoy lifestyles that were rare a generation ago. Now let's go to the Philippines. Middle class life in the Philippines is heavily shaped by family culture. Housing ranges from apartments in cities to family homes in smaller towns, and many households receive financial support from relatives working abroad. Transportation is one of the most recognizable parts of Filipino daily life. Jeepneys, motorcycles, buses, and tricycles are everywhere. Cars are still expensive for many middle class families, especially with traffic and fuel costs. Rice is at the center of almost every meal, and fast food culture is huge. Chains like Jollibee are incredibly popular across the country. Internet usage is massive, especially social media. Filipinos are among the most active social media users in the world. But internet speed and reliability can vary a lot depending on location. Daily life often involves long commutes, busy cities, and strong family relationships. Even with financial struggles, social life tends to stay lively and community focused. Now, let's head to Brazil. Brazil's middle class is very diverse depending on the city and region. In major cities like Sao Paulo or Rio de Janeiro, many middle class families live in apartments or gated communities. Safety is an important concern in many urban areas, so security influences where people live and how they move around. Cars are common, but they can also be expensive due to taxes and fuel costs. Food is a huge social experience in Brazil. Rice, beans, grilled meat, and barbecue culture are central parts of everyday life. Unlike some countries where people mostly stay home, social gatherings and outdoor culture are a major part of Brazilian daily life. Internet access in cities is generally good, and social media usage is very high. But economic inequality is very visible in Brazil. In some neighborhoods, middle class lifestyles look extremely modern, while nearby areas may struggle with poverty. Finally, Nigeria. Nigeria has one of the most energetic and entrepreneurial middle classes in the world. In cities like Lagos or Abuja, middle class families often live in rented apartments, compounds, or estates. But daily life comes with unique challenges. For example, many households still rely on generators because electricity supply can be inconsistent. Transportation is also intense. Heavy traffic is a normal part of life in major cities. Cars are very important socially, and many middle class families buy used imported vehicles. Food is mostly local and home cooked. Rice, soups, yam, and spicy dishes are common. Restaurants are popular, but eating out every day is still expensive for many people. Internet access mostly comes through mobile phones, and social media plays a huge role in business and entertainment. One thing that stands out in Nigeria is hustle culture. Many middle class people have side businesses or multiple income sources in addition to their main jobs. The level of ambition and entrepreneurship is honestly impressive. So, what does all this tell us? Middle class is not really about one specific amount of money. It's about what that money can actually give you where you live. And honestly, that's what makes the world so interesting. Which country surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more global comparisons like this.